If you have been keeping up with this season of The Voice, Alabama has been representing, right? You have seen some local state faces, including one from New Hope. Alex Brown's blind audition had 3 chairs turning and a whole lot of hearts melting with his upbeat vibes and smooth falsetto. He joined Team Niall in the end and made his hometown very proud every step of the way. So today, Alex joins us to talk his experience being on one of the biggest stages in music and what is next now that he is back home in the Tennessee Valley. Alex, my guy, welcome. So excited to be with you in the flesh. I told you during the break, this is probably nothing new to you. I mean, you've been on national television and we're just a little small local TV LER, but so thrilled to have you. Talk to me. From New Hope, you're living in Nashville now. How did you make it, kind of experience the calls back and forth, auditions to be on one of the biggest stages in the industry?
It just kind of happened. One of my bosses said, "Hey, we're doing auditions at work. You want to come down?" And he was like, "You got to come now." I was like, "Okay, sure." So I went and did it, and then I got a call a couple months later. And, it was a bit of a process, but I ended up on the stage.
There you were. What were the emotions like? Again, I can only imagine, 1, performing on national television, 2, performing in front of incredible stars. And I always get so nervous watching the show when people are they're thinking about turning around and you're still having to carry on and keep singing and get their attention. What is the mental process like during that performance?
I was very nervous leading up to it, but right before the doors opened to go on stage, it was just sort of like, this will be over in a couple minutes. Just do my thing the way I know how to do it. And I almost just pretended there was nobody there behind the chairs, And I was just like, I'm just going to play the song. And then one of them turned, and then another one turned after that.
And they just kept coming. Again, you had 3 chair turns in the process. Ended up, though, choosing Team Niall. Was that the plan kind of going in, or did that just speak to you in the moment?
It was the 2 I really was thinking about were Niall and Snoop Dogg. My wife really pushed me for Niall.
Okay.
She was a Directioner.
Big One Direction fan.
You know how that is, right? And he was like her big crush. So I just had to do that,
What was it like meeting him, working with him? I mean, is he as nice as he seems on TV? He's got to be, right?
Yeah, totally. He was a really friendly guy, great guy. Good to work with him.
What things did he coach you on vocal? I'm always amazed at vocal coaching, right? Because I think sometimes you meet people and they just seem to be naturally incredible singers. Other people, though, they are more trained or they have a certain ear for certain kinds of notes. Well, what did that process look like interacting with him coaching you? Any kind of tips that you took away from him being, again, such a famous singer?
Yeah, it was great. The big thing, he really told me to lean into my falsetto and my upper range.
Yeah.
And that was something that I realized was important about my voice. And he definitely taught me to do that.
What's the highest note can you hit?
No idea.
You want to try to go for it here on the air?
Probably not a good idea.
Okay. You don't have to set the lights. We didn't do a mic check, right? I know you're not.
I haven't warmed up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we know all the vocal exercises, but you are so incredibly talented, Alex. We do know, again, the voice journey has come to an end, which we're still so beyond proud of you. Again, from New Hope, though, you're living in Nashville. What does that music scene look like for you? You work in other jobs, or again, kind of still pursuing music in the same time? How can we best cheer you on?
Yeah, I've got I just put out a single not too long ago. You can find Alex Brown on Spotify, streaming, everything like that. And my plan is just to have some more stuff out in the near future. So if you just follow me on Instagram, or it's Alex Mitchell Brown, my full name. And that's my plan, is just have some music released.
Are you able to still keep in touch with Niall? Like once you've been on The Voice, you get an email every now and then?
Yeah,
and
I've got his email address. So
all right. So he can maybe be a lifelong mentor for you. And we're, again, so excited to see where you take off. Ultimate dream, you trying to still, you kind of singer-songwriter and make it still big in that world?
I love to perform. I love to write music, make music, and that's my dream.
And I love that, too. I mean, we had 3 people from the state of Alabama be on The Voice in one season. I don't know if we've had that happen. I could have fact-checked that, but that seems pretty remarkable. What do you think it is about this state? Again, we know you're living in Nashville now, but having grown up here, your roots here to this state, for people to be so talented vocally and musically.
It's not a surprise, Alabama does have a lot of musical history that's overlooked, and I just think it's really cool that we're being represented that way.
Yeah, well, and you represent us so well. Alex, my friend, so excited to see you continue to take off. Again, tell us one more time, your Spotify links, new tracks are out. We want to keep supporting you all the way. Tell us where we can stay in the know and keep in touch.
Yeah, the best thing would be Instagram, Alex Mitchell Brown. It's my full name. and Alex Brown on Spotify. So
All
check me
right.
out there.
And follow along there. Alex, huge congratulations to you. Seriously, we are so proud and just continuing to be proud of you for all that is to come in your many accomplishments. So thanks
you
for
so
taking
much.
the time with us here on TVL.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best.